Hey there, welcome and welcome back if you've been here with us before. We are still stuck inside. It is still raining, and so today we're going to be on the stove and we're going to cook up some blackened salmon. No, I'm not just going to burn a bunch of salmon. Blackened salmon is actually a thing. I'll show you what it is in just a minute. Okay, so I've got us a nice cut of salmon here to start with, and blackened salmon is basically a combination of a bunch of different spices that we're going to throw on top of this piece of salmon. We're going to then cook it in a hot pan. The spices on the outside are going to blacken, hence the name, but the salmon itself is going to be cooked inside them without burning. Alright, first things first, a bit of Old Bay seasoning. Throw some of that on the top, and I'm going to throw some off to the side here as well. There is a reason for that, and I'll show you that in just a minute. Next up, some garlic granules, if my camera will catch that with it being such a shiny label. There we go. Some hot paprika. Then we want some oregano, like so, and then I've got a red chili and garlic grinder. We mainly want that for the red chili, but I don't have any red chili on its own at the moment, so a little bit of extra garlic won't hurt us. There we are. Now then, once I've got that, I'm going to go ahead and pat that in a bit. And then I'm going to lift it. And that's why we put some more on the side. We're going to go ahead and get this all over that piece of salmon. Make sure that we open that up, get some of it in there as well. Okay, that's our meat, our salmon, ready to go. Next thing, I need to get a cast iron pan, nice and hot. I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, our cast iron is nice and hot. As I've said before, I've not added a bunch of oil to this pan, but I do keep a bit of seasoning oil in the pan all the time, so there is going to be some in there. We've got that nice and hot, and you should hear a nice sizzle when we throw this down in there. There we go. We're going to leave that a couple minutes before we flip it. You want to try to move this as little as possible while you're cooking it. Alright, so for the last bit of this, we're not going to do this on the stove. I'm going to take this pan here, while the dogs are dropping things in the background, and I'm going to throw this into a hot oven to let it sear off. I'll show you once that's done. Alright, so while our salmon is in the oven, I've mashed up some potato, and I'm just going to add a few bits to it to finish that off. A bit of milk, a bit of butter, and I'm going to take that same chili garlic grinder that I put on the fish and throw some of that in here. Mix all that in with the mashed potato I've already got. And that's going to be a lovely side to go along with our blackened salmon, which should be coming out of the oven in about 5 more minutes. Alright, we've given this about 10 more minutes. Let's get it on out of the oven. Broke it a bit, but that's looking gorgeous. Let's get it over to the plate. Alright, we've got our mash on our plate, ready to go. Put our blackened fish right there next to it. Now you can always add some green beans or whatever else you'd like to that as well, but that's going to be a pretty nice lunch for me right there. And yeah, let's see how it tastes. Alright, yeah, I didn't make it as far as the table with this, but I'm just going to go ahead and dig in, see how it tastes. I'm sure it's going to taste gorgeous. I'm going to get a bit of that fish and just a bit of mash with it as well. Now then, if I just break into that, I'm just going to show you that gorgeous pink salmon in the middle there, with that crust of just all that good flavor around it. I mean, it's gorgeous, and it didn't take me long at all to do. Try it sometime. Comment below, let me know how it goes for you. Let me know what else you want to see me cooking. Again, let me know below. And until then, enjoy some good food, try something new, and I'll see you tomorrow.